should you buy the Fostex TH909s? I don't know. Okay, here's the thing. Here, all right, the story of the TH909s. I won't take them out of view. I won't, like, because there's no point in fucking watching this review if you're not fucking staring at them. So, go to Rocky Mountain. Go to the Fostex booth. These are sitting there. They're playing them out of their amps, the HP4 balanced. And the 3s and 4s are there. And it's like, I listened to them and like, all right, let me play my thing. When I went to Rocky Mountain, I brought my Oppo Ha2 with the little Bluetooth receiver, the FIO BTR3, and I stuck it all together. And I listened to these headphones with my little setup and my music, and I was fucking floored. I was like, gasms, just gasms everywhere. I had to just keep taking my pants off. Get back from Rocky Mountain. I thought they were great. DMS and Joshua Valor, everyone, were like, meh. They were like, meh on it. I'm like, really? This was the only pair of headphones at the Rocky Mountain Audio Fest that I kept going back to other than the Rawls, which hopefully I'll get us other Rawls soon. I'm going to email them. And, did you get scratched? You better not be fucking scratched. Anyway, I love them. Came back here, contacted Fostex. Fostex is like, all right, sign this waiver. We'll send you over a pair. You can review them for X amount of days. So they get here, and I plug them into a thing. I take them back to New York to show my family, and they're like, oh, wow. And my cousin, who doesn't give a shit about music, was literally impressed by these, which is saying something. And I liked them. It was just sound good. And then, then I bring them here, and they go in the lineup, and all of a sudden it's less love. Like, well, maybe it's because I have the entire ZMF lineup here, because, Aeolus exists, and fucking Tours, those are here, and those, because once you go from the closed back Fostex had the game, one. There's not many $1,000 plus closed backs to compete with. You were looking at the Ethers, you're looking at some Bear Dynamics, I guess Icon, other ZMFs, but there's like a handful. Once you open back, well, then shit, you got every planar person in existence. You got Hi-Fi Min, you got those, you got fucking stacks. These are not cheap. Click link in description to see how much not cheap these is. Because, let me say, apparently cutting a hole in that beautiful wood made them more expensive. I'm going to talk about how they look for a second before I move on to the actual problem with these headphones. Because there's a problem. We're going to get to a problem. It is a massive desk-filling problem, but we're going to get to it. Lighter than you'd expect. I'm okay with the Fostex headband. It's not the greatest. Like this slide, listen. That's nice. You can stick your finger in there when it's on your head so you can get the right height. Metal on metal with this not leather. And there's enough padding up here. It could be a little bit more. I don't know why there's like an empty chamber between these seams, but that's nice and padded. And they're always a little bit loosey-goosey. Like I kind of wish these could, when you put them on your head, because they have like an okay clamp. It's not a lot clamp. When you put them on your head, they don't feel like they're gonna fucking stay there. Like if you do this with Fostex TH900s or 909s, you now have Fostex 909s on the table or the floor in front of you. They just go whoop and they flop off. So they're not for running and jogging and hiking, apparently. They're not, I don't understand. They do come with a detachable cable. Now you may look at this cable and go, oh, it's a Sennheiser cable. I have Sennheiser cables. I'll just plug it on in. Stop. Number one, the Sennheiser cables are built differently and they're longer, so it always looks stupid. And number two, for some unfor-fucking-seen fuck-all reason in the history of fucks, the Germans and the Japanese cannot agree at this point in history, and they reverse the phase on the big... One of these prongs is larger than the other. So when you put it in, you can't put it in backwards. You can only put it in one direction. And if you put a Sennheiser cable on instead of Fostex headphones, you reverse the phase. So when the speaker starts going in, now the speaker goes out. And you may not even notice that because it happens so fast. It's like, well, it's going to move, but it happens. So you have to... And the connectors for Fostex specifically, the fit in there, are like $70 a pair. So like Ursine or Periapt get them, it's going to be like, hey, you want Fostex plus 70, fuckers. Look at the, first of all, can we just, they're the most beautiful headphones like that I've ever seen. Like look, I love ZMF and I love Aeolus. I love it. But there is something about this, the red, and I know the store. I'll link it in the description again. I'll link it in the description. Maybe I'll pin a comment with it. I'll pin a comment with it of the how they make this red, because I'm pretty sure it's the exact same technique, just with less of it. And then the grill, instead of it just being like a grill, it's back, it's a grill. They have a dual layered grill. They have two different patterns, slightly changed. And when you layer them over each other, the holes get dynamically larger from the, where am I looking? Yes, larger towards the back, and it's just like, oh, it's fucking art. Fucking art. I can't even. These are not the stock pads. These are the stock pads. And I used them for as long as I could with the stock pads. And they're not bad. They're memory foam. They're just, I'm, look, again, I have all the ZMF stuff here. All of it. And I've got big headphones with big pads. And I upgraded. And this is the only pad. I tried a shit ton of pads. And I ended up going with a ZMF pad. And here's the card, because every one of them has to have a card. These are the Icon pads in lambskin. They're the only ones that I like the sound. Because I tried some that made the hole bigger. These are very delicate headphones. We're going to start with that. The hole size. See the hole here? It gets a little bit smaller. If you made that hole a little bit bigger, it ruins it. You made the thing perfect, ruins it. I went through I went through everything ZMF sent me, because those are the ones that fit first, and then I was going to go through Zirconia, and then I was going to go through Brainwave. It was just like, no, please find one that fits, and these fit beautifully. And they come off with like a little quarter turn with the adapter under it, which I'm not going to touch now. Nope, you figure it out on your own. So, how do they sound, Zeos? Well, when I was at Rocky Mountain, they sounded like I needed to buy them. Regardless of this fucking monstrosity and my bank account going, hey, your budget for headphones has been exceeded by $3,700 this quarter, this year. Should you not? And I'm like, but these. And my bank account goes, fuck you. And but then I bring them here, and I have them here in my home base. And I'm sitting here, and I'm giving them through the standard treatment. That's my desk, where I sit and play games and diddle myself and encode videos and watch you. That's where I live. This is where I work. I have a very, very long commute in the morning from where I live to where I work. And on that desk is the Aoun S7, or was the Aoun S7, but you don't know, spoiler alert. Here's the Aoun S7. And this is what I use. I bought it. It was a big fucking monster balanced amp, single-ended. The only cable I have for this is single-ended currently, because Periapt is supposed to send me one, and it's just taking forever because I need to get the $70 tips to come in to make it perfectly right. So I've been using it. I use it balanced a little bit with the Sennheiser wire, but it definitely is like not right. So basically I'm stuck to 1/4 inch. And if you plug 1/4 inch in to this Aoun, and I put this on, and we assess music. Well, these don't live up to expectations even in the slightest. Shut up, the Beatles. I'm just going to delete the Beatles. It's got okay bass response. Treble's a little sharp. Bass response is lacking from what I remember. It's like, oh, it gets loud, but it's not like... And I'm feeding this, by the way, from my balanced, Tiva, so it's ready to go. It's freaking rocking and rolling. Here's the thing. So here's the RME ADI2, $1,100. When I review it, and the review's not out yet, but when I do review it, I'm basically going to point to this and say, well, this should be everyone's end game. However, all right, bass has improved a little bit, just a little. It's a little bit clearer, but it's still. I'm just not. No, I'm just not feeling it. I'm just not feeling it. Just not feeling these headphones anymore. I don't need to buy these. I don't need to buy them. It's just not happening. Wait a second. Oh, that's much smoother now. And wider. There's a width to this now. What? Hold on, let me try something else. Oh my god, it's not crunchy anymore. Now it's like, oh, wow, that's the imaging has improved greatly. Oh, hold on, let's keep going. Hold on. That goes. Hold on. Oh, there's more low end there. Okay. Now let's pull this and go here. Hold on. Oh no, that's not harsh again. I don't want to buy these headphones again now. No. Let's just nope out this whole fucking deal. Oh, there they are. There. I found them again. I found my wallet bleeding. I've reviewed how many headphones? 200, 300, 500, 7,000. It's over 100. And every once in a while you'll find a headphone, specifically the HD800, that is very amp dependent. It takes the amps and you just find some amps it just isn't the best on. And these triple that amount of fuckery. And it took me weeks to figure this out. Because here's the thing. I would come here and I plug it into my thing and I trust my own. It's great. And I come to my desk and I trust my own's over there. And it's great. And that's too powerful. So, all right. So then you would get some guest stars that had the JDS Labs and I'd come up to that. Oh, wow. These fucking sound good. They sound really good. And it's good. It's good again. Then I would take these for a walk. I put these on my head and I went for a walk. And I took whatever portable I had. And I was like, wow. These really sound okay. These sounded okay. And then come back and I would listen to them again over there. You know, Zeos has to play a little bit, but he's got other things to do, so he can't focus. And once it's review time, Zeos focuses. So now I'm focusing on this problem of why did I love these? Like ready to just jerk off onto my wallet and then hand it to a man from Fostex. To being okay, impressing everyone else and being okay, and then not really into it, and like, oh, I'm going to save so much money by not having to buy these. They're so amplifier dependent that it sickens me. I pull out every amplifier that I have except for the ones that I've reviewed and I've run out of places to plug in sources, so I'm using like that. So, I mean, we could get up. We can come here. Here. That. Nice. I like the way the static electricity made that happen. There's the THX AAA 789. Ooh! I'd never been... I'd buy them on that amp. Here's the deal. I don't know if you should buy these. Because it doesn't make a goddamn lick of sense how any of this goes down to make these sound good. Because DMS insists that they fucking... DMS, 3TV, is another YouTuber. I told him today I mentioned him in videos, and I never remember which one. So now I'll know it's the Fostex one. Where he's like, hey, can I come on vent in that speaker and start shitting on the 909s? And I'm like, no, you may not. But I understand now why he probably doesn't like these. I don't know where he was. I don't know what he heard it on. I don't know what his source was. But these are just not good headphones on several amps that I absolutely trust. Even the JDS Labs EL amp is better, but they don't sound as good on this as they do on the little X2 XDO5. This is the king right now. This and the THX sound the best of the lot. The Atom sounds better than the EL with these. This S7 is just like, just throw the fucking things away. The RME, which is just like, when I review it and I plug in any other headphone into it, I'm going to tell you exactly how amazing that is. But not these. I tried those tubes. No, that's too portable players. This. Back to where I started. Back to what I had at Rocky Mountain. Plugged in just randomly. There. I have it. So I don't like the way the RME sounds with this. So if I plug that into the IAM, put it to 11, get a line voltage out to this, plug it into an adapter. This is an Oppo Hot 2, battery powered. Put these on my head. Hit next track. Holy shit! This sounds amazing. The fucking low end, the space, the fucking... I'm buying these headphones. I'm buying these headphones. I'm buying them. I'm buying them. Oh. Well, there's still bass, but it's not as... I don't know. Something's wrong. It literally... It's the same fucking source. It just gets... There's a modicum of change. These headphones, I'll describe the headphones when they're working perfectly. The most robust, amazingly tight low end. Not super tight, but like you just want to listen to bassy music with them. And then on top of that, the treble gets in there. And it gets in there just high enough that you're like, oh man, is it going to hurt? And it doesn't. On the right amp. On the wrong amps, these are sibling headphones and they hurt to listen to. And it's not a power thing. Because that's more power. That's not much power. And that's got tons of power. So it's just the power's there and power's there, but that one sounds way better than this one. And then this thing is just like no, and it actually doesn't sound as good on the Class A X7S as it does on just the X1S. These are remarkable. You don't get this experience. I'm going to review the CMFs, and I'm going to basically tell you that Aeolus is God. Spoiler alert. And there's a couple others in there that have very interesting properties, but none of them are tuned like this. This is very specific. You have to love low end and soundstage. Now, here's the thing. The 900s, what I'm describing is what I described the 900s. They haven't gone away from that. But I would get these over the 900s. Now, they're more money than the 900s, and there's new special editions 900s that I did not hear. But there's something that opened in the back of this up that it changes just the way it delivers. Mostly we're looking at low end change. Just like a breathing of the bass. Like I've demoed headphones for people and they go, it doesn't have enough bass. This would never be that headphone, as long as you power it right, which apparently means fucking the cheap portable amps is the way to go. I should pull out my fucking FIO Q. Actually, I got the K3 back there. I'm sure that powers the best of them all. Hold on. Let's go back to a music. Oh my god, the low end. The low end is orgasmic. I'm just going to shake my head like a fucking snake. Flowbots. It's so violently in your face with a lot of sound. And on the right amps, which is like, this is the order now. This is like the order of where they sound good. Like good, still good, okay, no, and maybe, and then like yes. On the right amp, when you find it, which again, if you buy these headphones or you own these headphones, now I've got you thinking, because like, do I have the right amp? Cheapest solution is the XD05, linked in the description, because it's $200. And I know people very, very, very look at it. It's running on battery right now, right? I got a 3.5mm plugged into a goddamn another headphone amp, and I'm feeding it, and it's still the best sounding thing for these headphones. And it's a 1/4 inch, by the way. On the lowest gain setting, these are not hard to drive, which is why they don't need a monster amp. They produce low end with not a lot of power. The echo, the fucking space in the sound. I will buy these headphones if I can guarantee they sound like this when I play them. A little bit softer. The softer, it just gets soft. They sound better when you get a softer amp. And the thing is, I don't think any of these amps actually qualify as soft. I've listened to headphones on all of them, and none of them come out and say, oh, well, you lose detail on this, you lose... Yeah, have I ever come out and said, hey, you lose detail on the JDS Lab ZL, or that? No. Fuck no. If anything, this is just like... That thing is fucking German precision, and yet it just doesn't work with these. This Like even there, like I hear like there's extreme eyes. That's some Dragon Ball Z promo or some shit. It's just like completely different sound. Now I know we're going from a DAC there that's basically feeding this, and there should be some differences. But I pull out any other headphone, and I did pull out any other headphone, and you don't grasp it like this hurts. This hurts to listen to. And you plug it into this at the same volume, and it doesn't hurt. I mean, there's highs, and it's screeching, but it's like, that's what the song sounds like. I did the sound demo on the Mark IV recording rig, and I did it out of the Army, because I didn't know this when I did the sound demo a couple days ago. I hadn't Charlie Day'd the fucking room with the red string to say, oh, it's all connected, it's all connected, it's conspiracy. Now that I know this, I have to set the recording rig up again for a couple of the headphones. I might do the exact same sound demo, exact same songs. I'll use this. I'll literally whip out the fucking $200 portable amp DAC, which I'm not even using the DAC, I'm just using the amp, and try to record the actual difference. Now that I've set it on a video that's got 10,000 views, I sort of have to do that. But it's worth it, because these headphones are absolutely worth it. If you have them, people are always telling me, hey, I have this headphone, what's a good matching amp? And I poo-poo that. Because if you get an amp that has enough power, usually that's fine. Usually is 99% of the time that's fine. Maybe 98. Maybe you got a big planar and you're talking about tubes. You have to get the right type of tube amp to get good. OTL doesn't like it. And then if you get really hard to drive headphones, you want a matching amp that's just strong enough. But this sort of shit, where I have to pull out fucking 6, 7, 8 amplifier, 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. To tell you that these are amazing headphones, if you have them on this or that, or halfway on this, but not that, and definitely that, that's fucking dumb. So I don't know who's buying these. If you look, all I can tell you, if you own a set, if you bought a set and you were disappointed, like other people have been, step 1, change the pads to the lambskin icons, because they just look at them. They look like the pads that this headphone deserved. This pad. All right, they don't look. The pad's smaller than the fucking thing. Fostex, spend some money, you cheap bastards. Put the pads on there first, because they don't change the sound. They just change the comfort, and you need the comfort and a little more grip. Because remember that whole sliding off your face thing. This sort of helps. Change that first, and then, for the love of God, start plugging them into everything. Everything. Get an adapter for your phone. Get an adapter for your wife's iPad. Go steal your neighbor's cat, plug it right into his ass. Does it sound better on that? Because I guarantee you, you will hear a difference going from one amp to another. University to Beacon. Wait, I was starting to start rapping. My bad. Yeah. I love these headphones. And I'm probably going to own them. Because now I know. I got the secret. I cracked it. You just got to keep plugging it into different shit. You know what? Did I bring this amp? I might have brought this amp to New York when I did it. That's why everyone was fucking impressed by them. No, I brought the little portable player and an adapter. Maybe this. I don't know. Point is, yes, I love these. They have the most orgasmic low end and like in your face sound, but it doesn't hurt most of the time when you get the right amp. And it's a great mixture of like what the old ones sounded like and just a bit of it's the upgrade. It's the upgrade to the TH900. It absolutely is worth its cost. But then this shit happens. And then I have to sit here and fucking spend 3 hours figuring out which amps and keep adding amps and piles of buttons and where am I plugging this into? I don't know where to plug anything into anymore. God, they're gorgeous. Oh, did I show you the cable? I would show you the case it came with, but it didn't come with a case. In fact, if you go into the description, future Zeos, please link the unboxing. Because it was the most disappointing unboxing. Here's the vacuum cord. It's almost as nice as the one Brainwaves gave with the HM100s. Just pointing that out. And then you get this fucking... Hold on. It's got Italian fingerprints all over it. Look at it. Just look at it, and it says Fostex, and there's still fingerprints on it. Oh God. Just that alone exudes oof out of it. I kind of wish it came with a balance cable and another cable, but you know, then no one else would make any money on this, and it's Japanese. So no real good unboxing experience. No case. One wire. They kind of fall off your head. And they're so amp dependent, it's fucking a nightmare. If you're not Zeos, there's no way you could solve this shit. Because I'm literally pulling out fucking $500, $300, $100, $300, $200, $1,100, fucking $300, $100, $600, fucking $300, $400. Okay, now they sound good. Did that solve any of your problems? Did you know if you wanted to buy these? Now you're scared. Now you're like, oh shit. Zeo said they're very amp dependent. You're better off having these in your hand and then searching for an amp than having nothing in your hand and wondering if your amp will power it properly. I could just give you the rundown of the amps I know do not. This is acceptable. And this is the fucking amp I go to for everything. And if I'm telling you it's just acceptable, it means I'm telling you the truth. That's a no, dog. That's a no, dog. That's a maybe. That's acceptable. Hell no. Fuck the army. I can't even believe. Because I love that thing. I love it. It's going to get a fucking glowing review with an asterisk now. That's too powerful. The THX AAA 789 is God's headphone amp. So there's always that. That's basically the headphone amp everyone should fucking own anyway. Thank you, Fostex, for letting me borrow these, and hope you accept credit cards. Do you accept direct patron just funding? Just shove it over. Because as much as I don't need these, my wall is lacking a lot in red. Just a lot of... There's just no... It needs a splash of color. And when I'm done with that, maybe I'll consider a ZMF or two. Or three. No, just one, maybe two, three. I don't know. See you in the yard sale, everybody. So anyway, thank you for stopping by. That wallpaper is in the description. Because AI Chen best girl. Fuck you. Fuck you. Actually, no, that'll be linked in the comment also. And if you didn't make it this far into the video, you're wondering why the fuck you're watching that video. The fuck you video. And the other video of the unboxing. In a comment, future Zeos. So go download that in the description. Link to this, obviously. Link to a couple amps I think work. I will not link to amps that don't work. There's no point. Patreon link in the upper right. And the description in that pays for this madness. And when I'm done with something, it ends up in the yard sale from the 1st to the 10th, where I pay shipping and you get to bid any random odd number and then maybe you win. That's fun. You also get to see these videos early if I can keep up with the daily demand. And then I also answer all your questions. And there's a higher tier patronage that gets you into a private Telegram chat, which I'm going to have to go into. Because those people get told directly the day I'm recording it what I found out. They don't have to wait for this review. Those people are like literally paying me to tell them as it happens. So if you want to be in that patron tier, throw away $10 a month. Thank you for stopping by. I'm going to just go take a nap now with this and these. So, oh, dirty honkers. Oh.